Hey, everybody. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel that you're drowning under the weight of your practice? Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you work, it's just never enough? Lawyers face such relentless pressure, overwhelming stress, and at times even burnout. And according to the American Bar Association, you all have probably seen these statistics. Nearly one third of lawyers are struggling with depression right now. Many struggle with substance abuse. If you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or burned out, trust me, you are not alone. But here's what they don't tell you in law school: there is a way out. This is the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. There is a solution. There's always a solution. After having worked with other burned out lawyers and helping them rediscover their passion for the law, I can tell you with absolute certainty, lawyer burnout is not your final destination. Stay with me during this episode because the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to break free from overwhelm and to create the legal career you actually dreamed of when you were in law school. I'll share with you some powerful strategies to help you break free from the overwhelm, to reclaim your balance, and to rediscover joy in your practice. I've worked with lawyers billing 80 hours weeks, missing kid events, and honestly, many of them have considered leaving law altogether. And I've helped them completely restructure their approach. Now they're making more, working less, finding time for their family, and actually enjoying practicing again. And today I'm going to share with you the exact framework that helped those attorneys transform their practices. So please stay until the end of this episode for a special opportunity to work with me one-on-one. Welcome to the Free Lawyer Podcast. I'm your host, Gary Miles. The Free Lawyer Podcast is designed for the lawyer, entrepreneur, or professional who is in some way unfulfilled, stressed, or stuck and is looking for something better. We will discuss various blocks that limit us from achieving the personal freedom that we all desire, but have not yet fully experienced. And we will give actionable steps to free yourself from them. Are you looking to achieve a new level of success? If so, this podcast is for you. Hi, I'm Gary Miles. I'm the free lawyer. A lawyer, I'm a coach, and I'm an advocate for helping lawyers find freedom and fulfillment in their careers. I started the podcast, The Free Lawyer, in February 22, and now I have this also posted on my YouTube channel. And I am passionate about helping you find a better way to practice law, and I coach and mentor individual lawyers, helping them to do exactly that. And over my 4 decades plus in law, I've been where you are. I've felt overwhelmed, burned out, and I've wondered, is there a way to thrive without sacrificing everything? And today I want to share with you 5 practical tools to navigate stress and to find balance. So let's talk about the reality of lawyer burnout. Let's start with the elephant in the room, burnout. Did you know that lawyers are among the most stressed professionals, with 28% experiencing depression and 19% struggling with anxiety, and an even larger number struggling with misuse of substances? Long hours, high stakes, constant pressure, relentless billing requirements, always in a situation of conflict and adversarial relationships with opposing counsel, pressure from your partners, demanding clients. These all create an environment ripe for mental and physical exhaustion. I've been there, missing family milestones, losing sleep over cases, and feeling like there's no way out. But trust me, there's hope. When we lose hope, we lose our ability to take action. But remember, even the darkest moments are temporary. I'm going to show you how to reignite that spark. And the first step is to change your mindset. Believe that there's a solution. I know it doesn't seem that way right now, does it? You feel stuck. You feel hopeless. You feel like it's always been this way. You don't see a way out. But let's begin with this. Just believe there is a solution. That hopelessness keeps you stuck. But shifting your mindset opens the door to possibilities. What can I possibly do to make things better? How can I improve this? When I hit my lowest point, I started by asking myself one question: what small change can I make today to reduce my stress? And one step wasn't revolutionary at all, but it was a start. And it was what I needed. I started keeping a progress journal. It helped me track those small wins, small steps of success. It reminded me that even those small changes add up. So make this commitment to me. Open your mind to the fact that there is a solution to your present state where you feel hopeless and burned out, that there is a way out, that there is a way to create the happiness and joy you want in your practice. So before we dive into the actionable strategies, I want to remind you that you don't have to figure this out alone. If you are ready to explore a path to fulfillment, to freedom, schedule a complimentary coaching call with me. The link's in the description. There's no pressure, just solutions. I look forward to talking to you. So let's talk about the 3 hidden triggers of lawyer burnout. We'll dive into the 3 main reasons lawyers hit the wall. And more importantly, I'll give you proven solutions that help hundreds of attorneys transform their practice. The first trigger is the pressure paradox. It's the belief that working longer hours automatically equals better results. So let me share something shocking. Research shows that after 50 hours per week, your productivity drops by 25%, and after more hours, it plummets even more. But yet, the average lawyer works 60 plus hours weekly. So what does that mean in real terms? It means those extra hours aren't just making you miserable, they're making you less effective. And I've seen lawyers regularly pulling 70-hour work weeks, feeling overwhelmed, feeling stressed, and then making crucial mistakes that cost even more time to fix and add to their feeling of overwhelm. So instead of working longer, here's what actually works better. The first is time blocking. Schedule your day into focused 90-minute segments with mandatory breaks in between. And research shows that matches your brain's natural productivity cycle. This thought that you're going to sit down at 8 a.m. and work straight through to 7 p.m., multitasking, not taking a break, that doesn't make you more effective. It makes you less effective. So start by time blocking, focusing your work during limited periods of time. The second is the power hour. Start each day with your most challenging task during your peak mental hours, which are usually between 9 and 11 a.m. Get the most difficult things started on first. The third is strategic delegation. Create systems for what you should handle personally versus what you can give to your associate, your paralegal, or your assistant. So many things that you worry about now, with proper delegation, you can offload to someone else. And finally, prioritizing. So many lawyers get all jumbled up in their head. They have so many things to do, they don't know what to do first. Put it all down on paper. List everything you have to do, and then logically prioritize based on urgency and importance what should be done first and done second. Don't do like I used to do, which I would do all the least important things with a thought, I'm clearing my desk to work on the most important. So try those 4 steps: time blocking, working on your most challenging things at your most productive time, usually first thing in the morning, delegating where you can, and prioritize. I've seen lawyers cut their hours by 30%, increasing their effectiveness and reducing their stress just by using these 4 techniques. The second hidden trigger is the isolation. We've all been there. As pressure mounts, we tend to withdraw. You start skipping lunches with colleagues. We cancel mentorship meetings. We lose touch with our professional network. We don't stay in touch with friends. That isolation just amplifies your stress, and it creates a vicious cycle of more stress, less time, less connection. We lose our connection with the people around us. And what makes this especially dangerous in our field is law already attracts folks who are introverted sometimes and independent workers. But here's the truth. The most successful attorneys I've worked with all have strong professional support systems. So here's how to break free. First, join or create a peer support group that meets monthly. Build a network of 5, 6, 7, 8 other attorneys that you meet with every month, perhaps over lunch. Build relationships where you know, like, and trust each other, and you can open up and you can share where you are and ask for support and understanding and perhaps guidance. The second is to use a mentor. Hire a mentor, someone who's experienced, who's been practicing law a long time, who cares about you, who will offer you support and understanding. And also, mentor a younger attorney. The dual role helps you keep growing while you're giving back. And finally, implement the 2+1 rule. Every week, make 2 connections with professional acquaintances of yours and 1 personal connection. It could be a quick coffee meeting, a lunch, or even just a virtual chat, but maintain those connections. So use a support group, build a relationship with your mentor, and make 2 professional, 1 personal connection each week. The third trigger is the perfectionism trap. Don't almost all of us struggle with that? Law school trains us to find every potential issue, to consider every angle, and to leave no stone unturned. And that serves us well in our critical legal analysis, but it paralyzes us in our day-to-day practice. We want to make sure we don't miss a single thing. I've seen lawyers spend 12 hours perfecting a routine motion that should take only 3 hours. Why? Because they treat everything they file like it's going to the Supreme Court. But you can maintain high standards without falling into the perfectionism trap. The first step is to implement the 80-20 rule. Identify the 20% of your work that's most important, that's highest priority, that creates 80% of the value, and focus your perfectionist energy there. 2, create a good enough checklist for routine tasks. Just your run-of-the-day things, the ones that aren't so critical. Just do them good enough. It's not about lowering standards, but it's about allocating your resources appropriately. And finally, use the 3-pass system. The first pass is to get it drafted. The second pass is to make it good. And the third and final pass is to polish it up. Make it excellent. And most things you do don't require all 3 passes. But trust me, you don't need a 4th pass, a 5th pass, a 6th pass, a 7th pass. 3 is good enough. And the other issue we have is finding a lack of balance in our life. Don't you feel that way sometimes, that you're just out of balance? Let's talk about practical steps you can take today to reduce that stress and to reclaim that balance. And these are the 3 steps. First, pause and reflect. Take 5 minutes every day to pause, to breathe, to reflect. What's truly causing your stress? Identifying the root cause allows you to address it head on. And when you're overwhelmed, everything feels urgent and essential, but not all tasks are created equal. Take a moment to reassess your priorities and ask yourself, what truly matters? What can be delegated or postponed? Those 5 minutes of self-awareness, of thought and planning is so, so helpful. The second is to set boundaries. I know it's tough. It's really hard, but it's essential. Define your work hours and stick to them. It's okay to say no to certain tasks that don't align with your priorities. And you can set more precise boundaries around your work hours or schedule breaks throughout the day. The key is to create a plan to reduce stress and build a healthier work-life balance over time. So, for example, you could turn off email notifications after 6 p.m. You could let your clients know upfront that you'll call them back during the workday, unless it's an absolute crisis, and you can define what crisis is. You can let your partners know that unless something is absolutely urgent, you'll deal with it on Monday, but not on Saturday or Sunday. And the final step is to seek support. Whether it's a mentor or a coach or a trusted colleague, having someone in your corner can make all the difference. I've worked with a lot of lawyer clients, and I've seen them achieve remarkable breakthroughs by simply gaining a fresh perspective. They love having a confidential, supportive person they can talk with openly and honestly and really let me know their deepest fears and concerns and struggles. They love getting wise guidance and unconditional support and encouragement and some measure of accountability, and mostly creating a vision of what they can be and how to get there. A mentor can be a huge source of support there. So pausing and reflect, setting boundaries, and using a mentor can be critical in helping you find that balance. And the fifth and final, and maybe most important, is arrange your law practice to find fulfillment. Fulfillment comes from aligning your career with your values. Are you doing what you truly love? Why did you become a lawyer? What aspects of your practice bring you joy? Is it helping clients, solving complex problems, achieving justice? What are your priorities? What are your values? And does what you do align with them? And what I've learned is that values plus a purpose in your career plus balance give you joy and freedom in your practice. Achieving balance doesn't mean sacrificing success. When you find balance and fulfillment, it enhances your performance. It gives you energy and clarity to excel. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, those solutions sound great in theory, but how do they work in practice? How do they work in the real world? I've seen with my clients that they take these steps to overcome these hurdles, to find balance, to build a career that's fulfilling to them. They truly find joy and freedom in their practice that they didn't know was possible. So let's quickly recap the 5 key strategies we covered today. The first is breaking the pressure paradox, becoming more productive in your work by time blocking, prioritizing, delegating. 2, escaping the isolation loop, connecting with your peers, other professional colleagues, and your personal connections. 3, overcoming the perfectionism trap, seeing that for many things you do, good enough is good enough. And for the more important things, take 3 passes at it, striving for excellence, but avoid the 7th, 8th, and 9th pass. 4, 3 steps to finding balance, pausing and reflecting for 5 minutes each day, setting appropriate boundaries, and finding support from a mentor. And 5, finally, building a fulfilling practice, one you love, by aligning your practice with your most important values and priorities. I hope these insights inspire you to take control of your career and of your well-being. Remember, sometimes things feel just so overwhelming, but there is always a solution. Small steps lead to big changes, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. If you are ready to transform your practice and rediscover your passion for law, I'm offering a limited number of complimentary strategy sessions this month. So click the link in the description below to schedule yours. Did you find this episode helpful? If so, if you're listening to the podcast, write a rating and review. I'd really appreciate it. If you're watching the YouTube, give it a thumbs up and share with a colleague who might benefit from it. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. I will read and respond to every single comment. And don't forget to check out my other episodes for more tips on how you can thrive as a lawyer. Together, we can redefine what success looks like in the legal profession. So I'll see you next Monday when we will talk about you are not really stuck. You may feel you are, but you're not really stuck. You have a choice to make, and you can make your career exactly what you want it to be. And I'll show you how to take control of your career. So thanks for being with me here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, please be well, be safe, and be free. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Free Lawyer Podcast. Wherever you are listening, if you enjoyed what I shared, please leave me a rating and review. I would appreciate hearing more about what you like best and what topics you might like me to cover in future episodes. If you are interested in experiencing a more fulfilling and a more successful life, please contact me at www.garymiles.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me so I can learn more about you, your challenges, and your dreams. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks to all of you for your support.